the show. As you can see, I am under siege here, which is all right if I'm in a game show, but I'm actually on a farm stay in the far northern rivers of New South Wales. This place is absolutely beautiful, and they've got some really interesting activities here, as you can see. See, in this game, you can get hit with wet sponges, which is really bizarre. Look at that! Okay. While I get amped up, and believe me, they're going to pay for that. Don't go away. Here's what's coming up on the rest of the show. When I was younger, holidays seemed a lot more simpler. Mum, Dad, me and my sister, with nature, in the car and gone. But now, even on holidays, we all seem to be locked in to looking at our own screens. Well, I found a place where you can leave the screens in the car and have an old school type holiday. It's Hosanna Farmstay Retreat at Stoker's Siding, just out of Murwillumbah, in God's own country, on the far north coast of New South Wales. There's a turkey, but no TV. Ponies, but no PlayStation. And owner Alex Reynolds reckons for some kids, it can be a little bit of a shock to the system. It's got to be good for them, hasn't it? To get their feet in the dirt and feed the animals and get in the garden.
Some kids find the transition a bit difficult because all of a sudden they don't have their familiar activities.
Yeah.
But as they settle in, they start to sort of explore gingerly.
Man, go for it. Just because they give up the screens doesn't mean the kids have to give up the games. We're about to play farmer's golf. I've got my driver and putter, and this is my wedge. You never know, it might improve my game. It's 9 holes of hacking, and make sure you shut the gates behind you. And it's not bunkers you need to watch out for. I think I'm going to pull a club out of my bag that you can't use on a normal golf course, but here, quite respectable. It's called the Sand Shoe Wedge. 4! Yep. If you really love your ball games, there's one here you won't want to miss. Jan, explain the rules of this game to me.
Oh, well, this is a cool game. This is catapult, and you need to get a tennis ball by a catapult into the opponent's fort.
If the other team captures your flags, you can't use the catapult until your team gets them back. And everyone's running around with a wet sponge. So what happens if you get hit with a sponge ball?
Well, if you get hit with a sponge ball, you got to go to the Red Cross. That's where you go.
I just got hit with a wet sponge ball. So I'm off the Red Cross now?
Yes, that's where you go, mate.
Straight away?
No, directly.
Catapult doesn't happen every day. But if you're in a large group, or there's enough people staying at the farm, it's on. Or should I say, it's in. It's in. Oh! Now, it wouldn't be a farm stay without a farm tour. And here at Hosanna, there's plenty of animal action. You can feed the pig. You can feed the cows. Okay. That tongue is very rough. Sandpaper job. You can get a feed from the veggie patch, and you can feed the chooks. Just watch out if Alex asks you to put on the special hat. This is Mr. Black the Rooster.
Yes.
He's going to sit on my head. Right?
Yes.
I've done a lot of things on Sydney Weekender, but I've never had a chicken on my head. Is he up there? He's up there.
He is, he's eating.
He's up there, he's balanced on top of my melon. If all the fun of the farm tour has got you a little hot and bothered, well, maybe it's time to take a dive. Most resorts have a swimming pool, and that's cool, but here at Hosanna, they've got a lily lake where you can go for a swim, have a dive, bit of a paddle, get on the rubber tyre. And if you don't want to cool off, you can warm up in the wood-fired sauna. And when it's time to crash, you can stay in a cabin overlooking the lake. Go glamping, that's clam camping, in one of these great little huts. Or just pitch your tent on the property. Then just lay your head down and watch the stars, so you're up bright and early to feed the animals again. I hope today that I've shown you that you can get your family together and come to a place like Hosanna Farmstay Retreat and enjoy a good, really old-fashioned holiday. I mean, who needs Angry Birds when you've got Catapult? Who needs Wii Golf when you've got Farmer's Golf? And who needs Farmville? When you got a farm. You just got to remember the manure's for real when you go out. I really love it up here, the Northern Rivers part of New South Wales. It is dead set God's own country. And here at Hosanna, we've only got one more thing to do. Cook the old damper in the campfire, a real Aussie tradition. And I'm just loving every moment.